even mentioning like Spotify and like, you know, you've done stuff for Red Bull, like all these big corporations and stuff like that. How do you, or what would you even say to another artist or another individual who's doing freelance work that's like coming up, like how to navigate business?
That's a good.
Because that's something that a lot of people don't know how to like manage. Like, oh, how do I determine what my price is going to be? How do I determine, you know, what my financial value is and stuff like that? Like, how did you navigate that?
That's a real good question.
That's tough because it's relative.
For sure.
Like to who you're dealing with. Like who's to say that my services are worth, like I could be like, man, niggas need to pay me $1 million to DJ.
Yeah.
But if niggas not willing to pay that, then that's not the going rate.
Price.
And I understand that. I think the piece of advice that I would give that's more important than the price shit is right now you have the opportunity to own all of your infrastructure and all of the information of who your customers are. And that is what is going to separate the difference. Like, if you look at Instagram, right? You can have, let's simple math, you got 10,000 followers on Instagram. Go to your last post.
Yep.
Take the number of likes that post has and divide it by the number of followers. It's going to be
ratio, like how many people are actually engaging.
No, that number is always going to be between 1% to 3%. And anything that's bigger than 1% to 3%, you crack the code. But you could go to anybody's page on Instagram, Kim Kardashian, like whoever, take the number of likes, divided by the followers, it's going to be between 1% to 3%. So that means the game is rigged, bro.
How so?
Because they're controlling the visibility.
Oh, for sure. There's no doubt about it.
So what I'm saying that for you as a business owner, for you as an artist, for you as a for you as a creator, you don't, even though you got 10,000 followers, you don't know who those customers are. You don't know who those people are. So
they hold all
the real, like even with Spotify, it's niggas who got 1 million streams. They don't even tell you who the top 100 listeners are. Think about how crazy that is.
Imagine that though. Imagine if you had access to their emails or, you know, any of that information.
And they understand the companies
safeguarding that data.
They understand that that's the value.
Yep.
The value is not the likes and the millions of streams. The value is the people that's behind it. So anybody who's in a creative business, if you start to understand that and realize that, it's going to change the way that you look at your value. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, Stay Silent, we got a text list, we got an email list. I know at any given point, I could reach 10 to 20,000 people just like that. You know what I'm saying? And that is powerful because I could put out a tweet. We got 17,000 followers right now on Instagram. I can send out a post, only 100 people gonna see that.
1 to 3%, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing, bro.
Having that direct access to them.
Right now, this is the stage that we in, and they're understanding that, bro. Like right now, if you're an artist, you're a clothing line, you whatever you got going on, you can leverage the data to make decisions. Yeah. Right? So, and that's like when niggas is talking about you don't need a label, you don't need this, you don't need that, blah, blah, blah. The caveat is, well, you need the information to not need those people because that's what the label's keeping from you. So like anything that you're doing, bro, like that is what I would tell anybody right now is have direct access to your customers, know who your customers are, know who the top spenders are, who the people are that support you the most. That's what you need access to. And then just having the tools, like right now, bro, it's like, bro, like you look at like Cortez. Like Clint.
In London, right?
Yeah.
UK. I don't know if they're based in London, but yeah.
London,
UK.
To us, it's all the same shit. Right? But yeah, you know, like.
In my head, I'd be like, nah. But you know what I mean? Like,
UK, right? Like, you know, like him, you look at like Joe Freshgoods, all these guys, like, bro, they run this shit off Shopify, bro.
Facts.
Like, that shit was impossible 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they like, it's to the point, like, they don't have to, like Clint talks about this all the time. It's like, I don't have to sell my shit to a company that owns Supreme and then I lose creative direction, control, integrity, all this. Because I know who my customers are, bro. I know exactly what they want from me. Nigga, I want to drop tomorrow, I could drop tomorrow. I have the access to do that. If you could get 10% of the people that follow you and you'll watch your show, like whatever, that subscribe, to have direct access to them, like there is a large value in that.
Sure.
Like you don't need 100%. You
Sure.
just need a small percentage of those people
Most definitely.
to rock with you.
Thing is, that's interesting, right? I think we'll use you as an example. We can even use Joe Budden. These are entities that have had an established, footing for a while now. What about someone or a platform that's trying to do this now? How do you build that? You feel me? Because there's so much more competition now. I think with what you was doing, you had the vision from the get-go, almost 15 plus years now. You feel me? Joe Budden's been doing this for however long. Now, if a new podcast is coming in the scene right now, it's like, how do you compete with that?
Even in those both situations, I'm not going to speak for you, but I can imagine with Joe and anybody else who starts off, there was probably years of not fumbling, but like not knowing the blueprint. You might find
sure.
But I'm going to tell you this, though. I think the difference is right now is there's tools for you to do this stuff at scale. So like, and what I mean by that is like, back in the day, AIM era, what we used to be doing is like, we go to a school, you see like a group of like 10 girls that you come to all the parties. Yo, let me get your AIM. Because I know if I send you this shit, you're gonna...
If you going,
Yeah,
other people coming.
Exactly. Right? So that's no different than collecting an email or a text message right now. The only thing is, back then, I used to have to hit them one by one.
True.
I used to have to, you know what I mean? Now, you could type in one message and it could send it to 10,000 people in 5 seconds.
But you also gave them an incentive. Like you might even like, yo, I got this party. I might let you in for free. Just like whatever the case is. I think it has to be backed up with an incentive. No one's gonna give you their information for the free.
Sometimes
I think
sometimes people just want to go.
And two, you got to look at what you do is, does it have value?
Yeah.
Because like, and also who are y'all trying to sell to?
That's what I'm saying. It's the self-awareness part. Because it's a podcast, you know what I'm saying? So like the way that I would look at it is like this. What am I talking about? What am I talking about on the podcast? What's my like subject matter? Who am I like directing my content towards? I'm gonna be making sure that I'm engaging with those people because I want to make sure that they get that. It's not only in their ears, but then following up from that, they're gonna want to see what I have to talk about as well because it maybe is something that can be constructive to them and maybe it's something that's valuable to them. They're gonna sign up for a listserv just off of the strength of that alone. Even if it's just like, yo, if you want the full conversation or if you want additional insight into like what we talked about here, if you want more specific things like more additional conversations with this particular guest that we had on or whatever, people just sign up just for that.
Leveraging every aspect.
Exactly.
And that's the thing.
It's very minimal.
Bro, we're conditioned to be scared to do that. Because these companies and all this shit, bro, they understand that.
That's real shit.
That it's like, yo, we're already doing it on their platform. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like niggas is already giving an email to sign up for things.
As a creative, the goal is to have your own traffic to your own shit outside of them. No bullshit. Yeah.
And they don't, bro, they don't want
And
that.
when we talk about them controlling the visibility, it's so frustrating, especially when you like we're creating the content, we're putting out the clips and stuff like that. And you could see like we've had clips blow the fuck up, like literally hundreds of thousands of views, and I could recreate that same video. They'd be like, I used the N-word a little too many times. Yeah. Boom. Or you talked about this subject matter. We not fucking with that. Boom. Like they just pick and choose. And they don't even tell you. They don't even tell you what's sensitive or what's not. And it also just controls the way we move. And it's like, damn, should I swear less so I can make sure that, there's less censored words or whatever the case is? They're kind of controlling behavior too.
For me, I would say any creative person that you got to study is Ryan Leslie. Like me, I study Ryan Leslie a lot.
Who that?
Produced. I mean, crazy. Like you ever seen like?
Is that the video where he's like doing everything himself? Like,
yeah, like
did it.
So it's a viral like once a week, bro. Like that should go viral every week for sure. It's like he's in the studio and he's playing every.
You know who he is, bro.
It's like
it's
crazy. Me and guitar, but I mean he's a very popular songwriter, artist, producer.
This person.
Like he,
bro,
like
definitely seen this shit.
Ironically, I mean he's the one that produced for Cassie before Cassie got with Diddy. Like
he produced Me and You?
Yeah. Woo. He produced her whole album.
Oh.
like Ryan Leslie did that. He actually went to Harvard at 19. So like he's a real deal genius.
Okay.
But the reason I say you should study Ryan Leslie is more on the technology side, what he's doing. He's the one that like when Nipsey Hussle was doing Proud to Pay and all this stuff, like they were like linked up, and Nipsey was doing Proud to Pay on one of Ryan Leslie's platforms, Superphone.
I think that's a great example. Nip is a great example of somebody who knew his audience and can get directly to them.
Yeah. So that's my thing, bro. Is like Ryan Leslie, I would study 100% because he understands like everything that's going on right now, bro. About niggas trying to build an email list, data.
He was already on that timing.
He been like, I got on this shit like, all right, for Day Trail 2019, like if you go on my page, there's like something about it, like at some point where I sent in a group chat, I was like, yo, you think we could sell out Day Trail using only text message? And then
you tried it.
We did it. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, you didn't promote anything on social media. It was straight just text
to the person.
Like what we did. So the case study, like of like how we did it is like, all right, you want to come to Day Trail, you have to sign up for this text list. Sign up for the text list, and this is the only way you're gonna get the information to get the tickets. So we leverage something that you want for information that we need to stay in contact
for the future.
For the future. So the next day we send the text, bro. We sell like 2,500 tickets in less than an hour. Like just off a text message. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but this is from me listening to Ryan Leslie interviews, and he's talking about doing this with his album. You know what I'm saying? And he's talking about the importance of data and blah, 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 and this, that, and the third, and why you need to know who your customer is. So like, that's what got me, and this is like 5 years ago.
So what's the disconnect with the person who mass fucking DMs everybody to go check out their album? I'm just looking like, nigga, if you don't get off my shit.
Well, I think the problem with that too is
It's not
you're already
intentional.
speaking on it. It's not authentic.
I ain't signed up
You
for
know,
that
like-
shit.
Exactly.
It's just like, you know,
Again, the
like-
person who gave you that text, there was already prior interest there, you know?
And
And you might miss some people. Some people be like, why are you texting me, nigga?
Because like,
But
Yeah,
for the
for
most
sure.
part, you're going to have a higher ratio of people that actually align with what you're trying to
sure.
well,
provide them.
you could see through it too. Like if you open it and you could see it's a generic ass message, you're more likely to just dismiss it. Now, if it was an actual personalized message that like, yo, Bird, I want you to pop out there, you might feel more inclined to actually engage with it.
Right
It
now,
depends on
like,
how they go about it.
this past year, like if you really look at like Drewski did it when he went on tour, Usher did it when he went on tour. Like I got a text from Usher today, you know what I'm saying? Like saying, yo, I'm dropping this thing.
The
if you want
song,
to
like listen to
I know
it.
some other artists who do that too. And
So, you know, but
successful.
Ryan Leslie been doing this shit for like 5, 6, like he actually owns a company, like a platform that does this.
Geared
Like,
toward that.
like, you know what I'm saying? Called Superphone.
Superphone.
So-
I didn't know he was on that type of timing though.
No, like,
Alright.
so that's my, like, to me, he's one person, I think everybody, like he has a bunch of interviews on a Breakfast Club, on YouTube and shit like that, where he like talks about this stuff. I think anybody who's a creative, you need to study Ryan Leslie.